They say the whole world is watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade.
Alright, Hillbilly Hoop House family. I am sitting at 51 degrees, 66% relative humidity, and the local thermometer says 43. So we're ballparking. Alright, today's episode I'm going to talk about thermal mass inside the Hillbilly Hoop House. I'll give you the definition. Thermal mass refers to materials that can absorb, store, and slowly release heat energy in a hoop house, which are typically low-cost, unheated, or minimally heated structures covered in plastic. Sheeting thermal mass helps moderate temperature swings. Hoop houses rely heavily on passive solar gain during the day, but they lose heat quickly at night due to the thin plastic covering and limited insulation. Adding thermal mass stabilizes indoor temperatures, reducing the risk of frost damage and extending the growing season for crops. All right. How thermal mass works in a hoop house. During sunny days, sunlight heats the air and objects inside the hoop house. Thermal mass materials absorb excess heat, preventing overheating. At night or on cloudy days when temperatures drop, the stored heat is released back into the air, keeping the interior warmer than outside. This passive process reduces temperature fluctuations, which is especially useful in cooler climates or for frost-sensitive plants like figs, vegetables, or overwintering perennials. Water is one of the most effective and commonly recommended materials because it has a very high specific heat capacity. It stores a lot of heat per unit volume compared to most solids. All right. So there's the definition of thermal mass. Now, eventually, I'm going to get to the point, guys. I'm going to run out of room and I'm going to have to take my 70 gallons out. But I conveniently placed. So there's the 70 gallon water trough. But I also have 3, 6, and 9 5-gallon buckets filled with water. So between all of this, I believe I got 110 gallons of water. 105, 110, right around in there. But I'm also running heaters, guys, so it's kind of contradicting. Yeah, it probably helps out a little bit, but ultimately I'm gonna take this out so I can have more room in here and just keep my bucket idea going. I could even add 3 more buckets here, extend this. Once this is gone, I'll be able to come all the way down and utilize this row, and then I can move this stuff I have on the sides right down the center and just essentially have 2 rows to work. That's what I'm thinking, because guys, soon I'm gonna run out of room. I mean, this is herbs. I plan on getting most of this in the garden. I'll have more successions of this coming come time for me to sell. Like I said, that's my short-term goal, is to do a little bit of farmers market stuff. Never done it before, so I've been doing a little bit of research, gonna give it a go. Yeah, I've got all of this coming up. I'm gonna have to up pot all this into 1 gallons. These are all peppers. So this half is like mixed bell, this half is jalapeno. Half of these are banana pepper and half are hot pepper mix. So I have a lot of plants. But anyways, thermal mass. Trying to show you guys, it is sitting 72 degrees in here. 72 degrees and sitting at what, 52% relative humidity and 72 degrees. But like I said, guys, I'm running the heaters And you can see, I try not to do it too much. There's cucumbers that probably won't make it, way too soon for those. I only got 3 of them. I got some experiments I want to do with them though. You guys will see that in another episode. But yeah, altogether 110 gallons of water for thermal mass. If I wasn't doing pepper starts and tomato starts in here, most of the stuff, like I got broccoli in here and cilantro and basil, most of the other stuff in here is pretty frost tolerant, and this thing would do a good job itself keeping it from freezing in here. So all in all, guys, if I wasn't growing my peppers and my tomatoes in here, I would probably be just fine relying on the thermal mass. Seems to be doing a pretty good job. But like I said, in my case, my situation, I'm gonna need the room, so I'm definitely gonna take this out eventually. It's not bothering me right now. I can use it as a little workspace, table space. It's kind of convenient. And then over here, this is, I go out, I have my homemade sifter I put right over the top of this. I just shovel on top of it, shake, 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 shake. Then I come in here and I do my mix with my special ingredients. We'll go over that in another episode too. So this one's about thermal mass and what I do. And there's the dang dogs. I cannot keep them out of the garden. Don't know what to do. If you guys got any hints or tips about that, Hillbilly Hoophouse would love it. Let me know. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, do it all. If you want to see this channel grow just like my plants, where we turn scrap to sprout, let's get dirty.